Okay, so I'm back just to show you my 40-gallon breeder completed. Of course, this is not my 40-gallon. This is my 20-gallon with feeder guppies in there. I got these feeder guppies in there as of now in order to, of course, just treat them and get them treated if they just had any potential parasites or something like that. But they have not shown anything. I ordered these offline. These feeder guppies have looked very healthy. I've got a couple endlers in there to mix it up a little bit, but these guys have been looking extremely healthy. Don't seem like I'm going to have any problems out of them. So I'll probably leave them in here for another week of quarantine and just see what happens. And if they're all healthy and good, then I put them back in, treat them with Icax and salt. So we'll see how they do within a week or so. But I think they're going to be just fine, honestly. And now, let's take a look at my 40-gallon breeder that is finally set up. Here it is. I have my picnic cories in there, and I have my, let's focus, see if we can find any red, yep. I have my red cherry shrimp in there. As you can see, a few of them scrabbing around there. And I've got probably about 70, 80 red cherry shrimp that I was able to save. And so they're just all over the place. Pygmy cories are, of course, hiding. And I've got my double lights on. Just a few things I want to explain really quick as fast as I can about this tank. The one light here is an Aquaneat light. It's a Planet light. See, there you go. And it's only 2 feet long, right? And then I have one for Walmart that I bought for like 10 bucks. And it's just a regular old LED light, but it's really bright and it does the job too. And so, as you can see here, it does the job. I have different plants in here, a lot of plants. Some frog bit. These plants haven't all grown yet, but I've got some dwarf sags in here. Of course, driftwood. And I've got old dragonstone, Java fern, Java moss, some swords in there, water wisteria, a couple other plants and some other plants in there. And of course, they all came from my 90-gallon tank. I pulled them out of there. Then for my filtration, I'm just using 2 regular hang on the back filters. This is the Penguin 200, Marine Penguin 200. This is the Marine Penguin 200, just original filters here. I've had them for a while, and I've got sponges on the intakes. So they are doing just fine. Here I've got, and of course I had some expensive biomedia left, and so I've got on the bottom of this is some Marine Pure balls, and I've just mixed some things up here. Marine Pure balls and pot scrubbies and some sponge there in the middle. I took out some of the sponges and put them in with the 20-gallon to get that seated and started off really quick. We'll go and put those on the top also for plants filtration. Inside the tank, I have air line, and so that, let me show you here. See, I have an air line from this end all the way to this end, so that it does not, so that the frog bit doesn't interfere with the filter. And of course, I have to clear frog bit out probably about once a week because once it really gets started there. Here, I've used some Marine Pure balls on the top and pot scrubbies on the bottom. And the reason I done that here was because this bio wheel would not spin right. So I had to do a little customized work. This is what I usually do. And when I put the Marine Pure balls on top of the sponges, on top of the the pot scrubbies, I guess it forced enough water up to where it started to spin the wheel. And so what I done there, because I like my wheel spinning, anytime that the water runs through the wheel, that creates bacteria. No matter what anybody says, anytime water runs through any kind of material, it's going to create bacteria. So that does work, and it does create bacteria. Even if it stops, if water is still running on the bottom of that, it won't create as much bacteria, but it'll create a little bit, at least to where where the water's touching it. And so what I had to do here was cut me a little plastic piece of knit in here customize it to keep these balls from touching this wheel. And so that's also going to be a very, very good filter as well for cultivating biological filtration. And so, you know, I do every now and then, if I have to, use expensive biomedia for certain things. And this one right here, before I learned about pot scrubbies, I was using marine pure balls and matrix and all that stuff. And so I just kept that old media in here. And like I said, it works just like anything else. But you can definitely get away with running your filters totally in pot scrubbies, that's for sure. But if you have the expensive biomedia, you want to mix it up a little bit, just like I did here, hey, that's fine, whatever you want to do. The most important thing is water running through your media. Water has to run, anything that runs through, anything that water runs through, anything that water touches runs through the bio wheel. This biomedia is going to create bacteria. That's something that we definitely know. But crystal clear water, again, is what we're talking about. Not just water that converts ammonia and nitrite. But anyway, without getting into too much of that, I do have some snails. There's some MTS snails. I got some ram's horn snails in there. And this is what it looks like, folks. I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm getting way too long with this video. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And so there we have it. 40 gallon complete. Just for the substrate real quick, just to let you know what I use for the substrate. This right here from that hardware store, not Ace, but Tractor and Supply. This is a black blasting sand, black diamond sand, medium grade. It works great. Let me tell you, it is a wonderful, wonderful wonderful substrate for your aquarium. Just wonderful. It don't contain any kind of stuff, you know, for your plants to live off of. So you're gonna have to definitely put some nutrition in for your plants. But other than that, it's a wonderful substrate. Let me tell you, it works great. You have to wash it well in hot water, but it does the job. It truly, honestly does the job. So, well, there it is. And there is my 40 gallon breeder, and this is Marcus with Aquarium Hacks. Happy fishing.